Have you ever experienced that sudden dizziness, where you feel like your balance is slipping away? It can be a frightening moment, especially when you're just going about your day, standing up from the couch, walking down the hallway, or reaching for something on a high shelf. It's like your body momentarily forgets how to keep you steady, and you're left questioning, why is this happening to me? For many seniors, dizziness isn't just an occasional nuisance. It's something that can sneak up on them at any time, making daily activities harder and even more dangerous. A simple trip to the kitchen or a quick walk around the block can become a challenge. It's not just frustrating, it can be downright scary. And here's the truth. Many of us don't even realize how much our diet impacts our balance. We often think dizziness is just a part of aging, something we have to deal with. But what if I told you that small changes in what you eat could make a huge difference in how steady you feel on your feet? Yes, it's possible to reduce dizziness naturally, and it's easier than you think. Doctors have identified certain foods and habits that can help support your body and mind, preventing those moments of lightheadedness and keeping your balance steady. You don't need to make drastic changes. Just a few simple adjustments could help. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 simple steps you can take today to keep dizziness at bay. These changes are not only easy, but they can also support your circulation, your brain, and your overall well-being. They might sound small, but trust me, they can make a big difference. Now, if you've ever had those moments where you worry about feeling dizzy while walking, getting out of bed, or standing up too quickly, then this video is for you. You'll want to stick around for the whole thing because the last tip is something most people overlook, but it could be the secret to keeping dizziness from happening in the first place. Before we jump in, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever felt dizzy when standing up or walking around? Let me know in the comments below. What has helped you deal with it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Your feedback can help others who are going through the same thing, and together we can share ways to stay steady and strong in our golden years. 1. Increase magnesium-rich foods. As we age, maintaining good health becomes more challenging, and there are certain nutrients that we might not get enough of. One of these nutrients is magnesium, which is absolutely vital for our overall well-being. Magnesium plays a key role in keeping our blood pressure stable, supporting nerve function, and ensuring proper circulation. These things are especially important for older adults because they help prevent dizziness and maintain balance. Yet, many seniors don't get enough magnesium because of age-related changes in the body or certain dietary habits. And that's something we need to change. Magnesium is an essential mineral that supports over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. It helps regulate nerve and muscle function, blood sugar levels, and blood pressure. It also supports the immune system and keeps your bones strong. All of these functions are linked directly to preventing dizziness or lightheadedness. When your magnesium levels are low, it can affect your heart's rhythm, your muscles, and even your nerves, leading to symptoms like dizziness, fatigue, and muscle weakness. Unfortunately, many older adults do not get enough magnesium, which leads to an increased risk of feeling lightheaded or unbalanced. This can be particularly concerning for those of us in our later years, as the body's ability to absorb and retain magnesium tends to decline with age. Plus, if your diet doesn't regularly include magnesium-rich foods, the issue only worsens. But don't worry, there are some simple and tasty ways to boost your magnesium intake, and it could make a world of difference. When we talk about magnesium-rich foods, think of green leafy vegetables like spinach, nuts such as almonds, and even bananas and avocados. These foods not only help fill your magnesium needs, but are also delicious and easy to incorporate into meals. Additionally, some mineral waters and magnesium supplements can be good alternatives if you're struggling to get enough through food. However, before you start taking magnesium supplements, it's always best to check in with your doctor to make sure it's the right step for you. Take Leo, for example. He's in his late 70s and used to suffer from frequent dizziness. He couldn't figure out why it was happening, and it was becoming a real concern for him. After discussing his diet with his doctor, Leo found that his magnesium levels were low. So he started adding more magnesium-rich foods to his diet like almonds and spinach. Over time, he noticed a huge improvement. His dizziness became much less frequent, and he felt more steady on his feet. Adding magnesium to his daily routine turned out to be a simple but incredibly effective solution. So, if you've been dealing with dizziness, fatigue, or muscle weakness, it might be worth considering whether magnesium is playing a role. It's easy to overlook, but adding these foods to your diet can help you feel more stable and balanced. Your body will thank you for it. 2. Eat potassium-rich foods daily. Alright, let's talk about something else that might be causing those dizzy spells, potassium. You might not realize it, but potassium is one of the most important minerals your body needs to maintain healthy blood pressure and proper fluid balance. It also helps your nerves and muscles function well, and when those things are in check, dizziness becomes much less of an issue. Now, potassium doesn't always get the attention it deserves. A lot of us, especially as we get older, end up with lower potassium levels because of our diet or just the natural changes in our bodies. And when that happens, you might start noticing some subtle signs like feeling lightheaded, fatigued, or having brain fog. It's easy to brush these off, but if your potassium is low, they could be signs that you need to make a change. So how can potassium help? Well, potassium works closely with sodium to maintain the right balance of fluids in your body. This is crucial for keeping your blood pressure steady. If you don't have enough potassium, your blood pressure can drop, leading to dizziness, especially when you stand up too quickly. Plus, it helps your muscles, including the ones in your heart, work properly. That means you're less likely to feel weak or unsteady. And who wants that? I know I don't. Now, let's get to the good part. How can you get more potassium in your diet? It's actually easier than you think. Potassium is found in so many foods you probably already enjoy. Bananas are a classic source. Easy to snack on and delicious, too. But don't stop there. Sweet potatoes, spinach, and beans are also fantastic sources. And if you're looking for more variety, even tomatoes and oranges can boost your potassium intake. Let me share a quick story with you. Sophia, a wonderful lady I know, had been feeling pretty dizzy for a while. It wasn't something that she really thought about at first, but over time, it started to interfere with her day-to-day activities. After a checkup, she found out that her potassium levels were lower than they should be. She decided to start adding more potassium-rich foods to her meals, like sweet potatoes and spinach. Within a few weeks, she felt a noticeable difference. Her dizziness became much less frequent, and she had more energy throughout the day. Now, Evelyn makes sure to include potassium-rich foods in her diet every day, and it's made all the difference. If you're struggling with dizziness, it might be time to check your potassium intake. Simple changes like adding a banana or some sweet potatoes to your meals could make a huge difference in how steady you feel. Don't let low potassium keep you from feeling your best. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever noticed that eating certain foods made a difference in your dizziness or balance? Maybe you've tried adding more potassium-rich foods into your meals? Drop a comment and let's talk about it. 3. Consume omega-3 fatty acids. Now, let's talk about another important nutrient that might help with your dizziness, omega-3 fatty acids. You've probably heard of omega-3s before, and for good reason. They're essential for your health, particularly when it comes to your circulation. Good circulation means better blood flow, and when blood flows well, your brain and body stay well supported, which can help reduce those dizzy spells you've been experiencing. The problem is, poor circulation can contribute to dizziness, confusion, and even vertigo. If the blood isn't circulating properly to your brain, it can leave you feeling off balance or lightheaded. And as we get older, circulation can sometimes become a little less efficient. But the good news is that omega-3 fatty acids can play a big role in improving circulation and making sure your blood vessels stay flexible. This helps with blood flow and can reduce the chances of feeling dizzy. You might be wondering, how can I get more omega-3s into my diet? Well, there are a few great foods you can add to your meals. Fatty fish, like salmon or mackerel, are rich in omega-3s and can be really beneficial for your circulation. But if you're not a fan of fish, don't worry. There are plant-based sources as well. Walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds are all excellent sources of omega-3s that can be easily added to your diet. Let me tell you about Jack, who's in his late 70s and started struggling with dizziness not too long ago. He would often feel off balance, especially when he stood up. After talking to his doctor, Jack learned that poor circulation might be to blame. So he decided to start adding more omega-3 rich foods to his diet. He made sure to have salmon a couple of times a week, and he even started sprinkling some chia seeds into his morning oatmeal. After a few weeks, Jack noticed a significant improvement. His dizziness was less frequent and he felt more stable overall. Omega-3s aren't just good for your circulation. They also help reduce inflammation, which is important as inflammation can sometimes cause discomfort or exacerbate issues with balance. By adding these healthy fats to your diet, you're giving your body a better chance at staying balanced, both physically and mentally. If you've been feeling dizzy, it might be time to take a closer look at your omega-3 intake. Adding some fish to your meals or tossing some flax seeds into a smoothie could be a simple way to help improve your circulation and make your daily life feel a little steadier. Remember, it's about small changes that can lead to big results. 4. Stay hydrated with electrolyte-rich fluids. Let's talk about something that's often overlooked, but it can make a huge difference in how steady you feel: hydration. Staying hydrated is so important, especially as we get older. Dehydration can cause a drop in blood pressure, and when that happens, it can leave you feeling dizzy or lightheaded. So, if you're dealing with dizziness, the solution might be as simple as drinking more fluids, but not just any fluids, electrolyte-rich fluids. Electrolytes are minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium that help keep the fluid balance in your body at a healthy level. These minerals help regulate blood pressure and keep your body's cells functioning properly. When you're dehydrated, especially in the summer or when you're not drinking enough, your electrolytes can get out of balance. That's when dizziness can set in. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, okay, I need to drink more, but what should I drink? Water is always a great choice, but when you're looking to replenish your electrolytes, you need something more. Natural sources like coconut water or homemade electrolyte drinks can be really beneficial. These drinks are full of the minerals your body needs to stay hydrated and balanced. You can even try hydrating fruits like watermelon, oranges, or cucumbers, which are packed with water and electrolytes. Let me share a story about Emily, a wonderful lady I've known for years. Emily's in her 80s, and for a while she was dealing with dizziness, especially after walking for long periods. It would catch her off guard, and sometimes she'd feel like she was about to faint. After speaking with her doctor, they realized that she wasn't drinking enough fluids, and when she did, it wasn't enough to maintain her electrolyte balance. She started drinking coconut water and making her own homemade electrolyte drinks. She also made sure to eat more hydrating fruits like watermelon and strawberries. After just a few days, Emily felt a noticeable difference. Her dizziness was much less frequent, and she felt more energized overall. Hydration is more than just about drinking water. It's about ensuring you're getting those key electrolytes to keep your body in balance. You might not realize it, but something as simple as staying hydrated can be a game changer for how you feel on a daily basis. If you've been experiencing dizziness, it could very well be related to dehydration or an electrolyte imbalance. So, make sure you're drinking enough and consider adding some natural electrolyte-rich fluids to your routine. 5. Add vitamin B12 to your diet. Now, let's dive into something that's crucial for your overall health and balance. Vitamin B12. This vitamin is an unsung hero when it comes to preventing dizziness, and if you're feeling lightheaded, it could very well be linked to a lack of it in your diet. Vitamin B12 supports nerve health and helps your body produce red blood cells. But more importantly, it plays a vital role in transporting oxygen through your bloodstream to the brain, which is essential for maintaining balance and preventing dizziness. As we age, our bodies can become less efficient at absorbing vitamin B12. This can lead to deficiencies that affect not only your energy levels but also your ability to stay steady on your feet. If you don't have enough B12, you might experience dizziness, brain fog, and even balance issues. So, if you've been feeling a bit off lately, a lack of B12 could be a key factor. The good news is that it's relatively simple to boost your B12 levels. Foods like eggs, dairy products, fish, and meat are all rich in B12. If you follow a plant-based diet, don't worry. There are fortified cereals and plant-based milk options available that can provide the necessary B12. If you're still unsure whether you're getting enough, it's always a good idea to check with your doctor, who may recommend a supplement to make sure you're on track. I want to share a story with you about Peter, a retired teacher in his late 70s who struggled with dizziness for a while. Peter had always been fairly healthy, but he started feeling off balance during his daily walks, and it was starting to worry him. After discussing his symptoms with his doctor, they found that his B12 levels were low, likely due to his vegetarian diet. Peter began adding more B12-rich foods like eggs and fish to his meals. Within a couple of weeks, he noticed a significant improvement. His dizziness was gone, and he felt sharper, more focused, and more in control of his movements. Vitamin B12 might seem like a small thing, but it can make a world of difference when it comes to your health and well-being. It's one of those simple adjustments that can have a big impact on your ability to stay steady and live a more active, confident life. So, if you're feeling off balance or dealing with dizziness, it might be worth checking your B12 intake. Let's take a moment to recap everything we've discussed. I know there's been a lot of information, but it all boils down to 5 key habits that can help you manage dizziness and improve your balance. Increasing magnesium-rich foods, eating potassium-rich foods daily, consuming omega-3 fatty acids, staying hydrated with electrolyte-rich fluids, and adding vitamin B12 to your diet. These habits are not just about what you eat, they're about giving your body the essential nutrients it needs to function at its best. It's all about making small changes that will add up over time. You don't need to tackle everything all at once. Just start by picking one of these habits and gradually incorporating it into your daily routine. Even little changes can have a big impact on how you feel, and ultimately, they'll help you regain your confidence and stay steady on your feet. Remember, your health is your most valuable asset, and it's never too late to make positive changes that can improve your quality of life. The goal isn't perfection. It's about making progress and doing what you can to feel better, day by day. Whether you're adding more magnesium-rich spinach to your meals or drinking a little extra coconut water, these small steps are worth it in the long run. Now, before you go, I want to hear from you. Which of these tips stood out to you the most? Have you tried any of these habits before, and if so, what changes did you notice in how you felt? Share your experiences in the comments. I truly believe we can all learn from each other's journeys. And if you have any other tips that have helped you, don't hesitate to share them as well. We're in this together, and your story could inspire someone else to take that first step towards feeling better. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and join the conversation. If you found this information helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on more tips for maintaining your health and well-being. Share this with anyone who might benefit from it. Together, we can all feel a little steadier and more confident every day. Take care, and I look forward to hearing from you in the comments.